at the Circle, episode 8.1. Sean, we've come to the end of another season. Season 5 is almost behind us.
This is where it begins.
True!
It's not where it ends, it's where it begins.
I stand corrected. We are rocking and rolling and whatnot. We had sectionals this past weekend. My goodness, there was a lot of wrestling going on. Just in the Central District alone, we had eight locations.
Damn, I need 2 hands to count.
I know, 8 locations. We had in Division 1, we had 4 in Marysville, Upper Arlington, Newark, and Watkins Memorial. Then in Division 2, we had Whitehall and Licking Valley. And for Division 3, we had Cardington, Lincoln, and Madison Plains. Sean, yes, okay. Let's break down the sectionals. Let's start Division 3. Let's start Madison Plains. We talked about this team early in the season. I think it was around the time of the All-Star selection.
Yeah.
North Union has about 5 or 6 absolute hammers. They showed up at the sectional tournament, and they walk away the Madison Plains sectional winners. North Union with 166 points.
No,
Stud.
it's 206.
You sure? No, I think it was 166. North Union?
Oh,
North Union. That's okay. North Union.
The North.
Yeah, they get you.
They get me
North
there.
Union is followed by Ridgedale, who has 126 points, and then Sean, we had a tie. Two-way tie for 3rd place. That's what I'm talking about. We had Mount Gilead at 117, along with Bishop Reedy.
Oh, great job.
Yes, most certainly. Great to see Bishop Reedy back, doing great things. They're a storied program in the Central District. One of the most storied, actually. Between them and DeSales, it seems like. Very, they got.
I'm going to DeSales Licking Heights.
Licking Heights,
back
buddy.
Yeah, pretty
most
good.
certainly.
Not that Reedy wasn't up there, but Licking Heights, don't forget them when we're talking historic.
Good point. That's why we keep them around, right there. Madison Plains, your champs. North Union, great job. The other sectional, Cardington, Lincoln. Northmore, your last year's district champ, they're just going to keep on rolling. They're just going to keep on rolling, and they're going to walk away with the sectional championship. As Sean mentioned earlier, 206 points in front of West Jefferson with 182 points. Just 2 points behind them for 3rd place, Amanda Clear Creek, your state duals representatives.
Yeah, great job.
Going strong, so they should be doing okay as they move into the district tournament.
I think we should note that these sectionals go to different districts.
Yes, that is true.
And that's why, because you have some unbalance sometimes, and people say, why is this one so tough? This is the only division in Central Ohio that our sectionals will go to 2 different sites, so sometimes you get a real top-heavy sectional, and sometimes you get one that's really light. So just a quick note of reference there.
A little asterisk. There you go. Let's move to Division 2. We had two sectionals there as well. We had Licking Valley and Whitehall. 2. Licking Valley and Whitehall. Let's go to Licking Valley. Sean, in these 2 sectionals, teams come in from the east.
First time.
And it's a little upsetting. Licking Valley, Steubenville walks away with the championship, the sectional championship, with 273 points. Almost tough to say.
I know.
Jeez. Followed by, River Valley, local team, did well. They had 173.5 points. Followed by London, who had 122. And then finishing and rounding out the top 4 was Licking Valley with 118 points. Absolutely did a great job. So kudos to those guys. I just don't like those teams coming in from the east and beating us.
Driving 2.5 hours for a sectional is ridiculous to me.
I agree.
It just is.
No argument
it's
there,
not
man.
Sectional.
That's terrible. Well,
it's about the kids.
It is about the kids.
Yeah, it's all about the kids.
Right. There's your Licking Valley sectional. Let's talk Whitehall sectional once again. We have a team from the east, Carrollton, who racks up 251 points to win over another East school, West Holmes, with 162 points. Finally, a Central District team in the top 3 here, Granville.
Are we calling Granville Central District?
Yeah, we're trying to, yeah. They had 130 points, and just on their tails, upstart team really doing well. They won their league. Bexley. Not only did they win their league, they finished top 4, and I only see them going up from here. I really do. I think they're doing a great job. Really investing in the team.
Putting a lot of resources into it behind there. They've really continued to take baby steps to walking to now running. So congratulations, Coach, on a fabulous season.
Well done. So there's your Division 3 and Division 2. Just as a quick recap, Madison Plain champ, North Union. Cardington Lincoln was Northmore, and then Steubenville won Licking Valley, and Carrollton won West Whitehall Yearling. We have 4 Division 1 sectionals. We're going to go over them in sort of the order we gave them earlier.
Yes, I think this is pretty much the order we had.
It's what we want. We want Upper Arlington, followed by Marysville, followed by Newark, followed by Watkins Memorial. That's twice I've done that. Sean, let's talk about Upper Arlington. Hats off to Coach Scott. Starts with a T. Tressler. Coach Tressler. Olentangy Orange walks away your sectional champs. It was kind of nip and tuck all day long.
It was kind of nip and tuck
Very
all day
tough.
long.
Upper Arlington is on their heels. And you know, Olentangy Orange walks away with 240 points. Upper Arlington walks away with 236. I'm talking 4 points. 4 points with the rounding out of the top three with Central Crossing finishing third with 185. So the big gap between the top two, but that 1 and 2, slimmest of margins.
Yes, we were getting results through the day that we posted through the Newark. We got an early result that said, hey, Orange is really benefiting. This was the first round, so this is well before anything was decided. Someone's like, it looks like Orange really got the benefit of those first round rat tail matches.
Yes.
Where they had more than Upper Arlington and went 5-0. So maybe a win there with a pin in advancement was the difference in this sectional title for as close as it was. It goes back to what me and you said all year. Get off your back, fight for the pin. You just never know what's going to come into play. And maybe one kid giving extra effort might have won him the team title here. So
came down 8 seconds left.
Right.
Up by 7.
Gets a takedown.
Boom, ends up at 9. That's great.
But as Mark said, Olentangy does win with 240. They had 5 finalists, 10 district qualifiers overall. Upper Arlington got second, as he mentioned. They have 12 district qualifiers, and they had 6 finalists.
No, they only had 4 finalists. They did have 2 champs, though.
Okay.
But they had 1 more than Olentangy. Which is Olentangy Orange, which is weird.
We've talked about this all year, and this really isn't knocking anyone. I don't understand scoring. I just don't.
But I think it goes back to your point. If it's an 8-man bracket, everybody has a match in the first round. But as soon as you bring in another guy, you have to make a rat tail. And Olentangy Orange had 5 of those rat tails.
Plus that random draw before the old system, like the 1 and 2 seeds got the matches. Now it's a random draw as well. So that probably did come down to the luck of draw, as crazy as that sounds. So.
Well, hey, still, you won it, and in 5 years, no kid on the team, maybe 10 years, no kid on the team is going to know about that situation.
That's right. But another thing
that
Mark said that was kind of ironic to me is Central Crossing has 6 district qualifiers, and they were all finalists.
Wow.
They didn't have anybody wrestling for third, and they had 5 champions with 1 runner-up. So I think that was kind of impressive for them.
That is definitely good. Coach Ramirez is doing a great job. Sean, let's move on to Marysville, all the way in the northwest corridor of the...
There's no sense of driving over to Watkins or Newark and then driving back to
most certainly. That's
so
right
we're
to
just
cover.
Go from UA to Marysville to save more gas.
Right on it. Hey, I'm just trying to pinch pennies, man.
Yeah,
pinch pennies. Marysville. At Marysville, walks away your sectional champ. They had 244.5 points. Sean, they were followed by Dublin Kaufman, who had 217.5 points. And then rounding out the top 3 was Delaware Hayes, a team that we had early on up top, and then we brought them down, and then we brought them back. They're sort of hit and miss. They finished third, which is great. They did a great job. They ended up walking away with 2 champs, so that's great. Sean, any matches, this is one thing I want to talk about here, any matches that stuck out to you in a big way at this Marysville sectional? We had talked earlier about teams jumping on other teams. This way they get the split at the district tournament. Anything jump out to you here in that aspect?
Yeah, as we talked earlier before we came on the show here, is that there weren't a lot of big upsets or big matches just across the sectional tournaments in whole.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of upsets, but here at Marysville we did have a couple of note. Obviously, the focus on finals there was Demas against Marsh. Demas does win 3-1 in a match that maybe was a little bit more lopsided than the score indicated. Another match too is Mason Sparks.
Marion Harding
comes out and just beats Juicebox Williams 9-2 in the semifinal, returning district runner-up. Then he has a good match with Sparks in the final. A guy to keep your eye out for here this week at Derby.
So Sparks versus Sparks in the final?
Yeah, I bet
Sparks were flying.
Oh, you stole my line. God, this guy stole my line. God, Jesus.
Sorry. What else do you have going there?
And then our Wrestler of the Year, Ben Fry.
The John Brown Wrestler of the Year, presented by ITC.
Wrestled a total of like 1:07.
In the finals, he had a 1:07 pin?
No, like the whole day was like 17 seconds, 31 seconds, 18 seconds. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. So, hate to be his parent sitting around for 12 hours for a minute worth of work. So
you can even finish your popcorn in that time.
Right. So,
yeah, that's a good sectional then.
Right.
Marysville, congratulations to you.
I think it was a little top heavy there. I mean, Marysville did get 13 people out.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Dublin Kaufman got 10 out.
Nice.
And then Delaware got the 6. So you start to see a separation there after we get, but a great day of wrestling all the way around.
Sean, you were at the Newark sectional. We're going to move on to the Newark sectional. Sean, you were there. Olentangy Liberty does what we expected them to do. They finished with we didn't expect them to finish with 301 points, but we did expect them to win. And they do so with 301 points. They get 10 champs.
That's crazy to me.
10 champs.
That's crazy they got 10 champs.
12 total district qualifiers.
Wow.
Followed by Westerville North, 224 points. Kind of crazy there. About 80 points difference there.
Who had 2 champs as well.
Yes.
2 champs as well.
Yep. And followed by Pick Central.
Pick Central.
I do believe they cracked our top 10 there at one point.
I think they did. Maybe around 9 or 10.
Yes, yes. So they had 140 points. So good job to
Did
them.
they go? Wait a minute. Did they go to the Watkins Memorial Sectional?
Who?
Well, you said the 10 team. No, that's a
Oh, no, that's a totally different team. Yep. Sean, you were there. You were watching all day. There has to be a match that maybe, just caught your interest maybe?
Again, it really wasn't a lot of matches. We did have a matchup of two top 3 guys at 106 with Sato beating Siebert.
Okay.
And a 5-1 match that kind of was maybe a little bit closer than that score indicated. I think that might have been a 1 or 2 takedown match that could be reversed at any point. They wrestle again. And then we did have the top 2 guys at 170 where Trevor Lawson is just like smashing guys, man. He's just blowing through the field right now. I don't think there's a hotter wrestler in Central Ohio than Trevor Lawson. I mean, he has that, I think he tech falled him in maybe 3 minutes. Maybe.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Cisco.
Dang.
Cisco's pretty legit. I mean, we think Cisco's going to be on be at the state tournament. So, but anyways, they're
Giving away our whiteboard predictions.
Yeah. Anyways, there just wasn't a lot. Well, like we talked about, it was just kind of chalky throughout the sectional tournament, which makes me think all of the people kept their fireworks in check.
For Friday night.
Yeah, we're gonna let them all out this weekend. So you didn't see the
Man.
fireworks over this weekend. Wait till next week, and you'll think it's 4th of July. So
I was about to say, sometimes I feel like it's Christmas at the district tournament. Maybe it's 4th of July.
there you go.
Yes,
well,
I
from
like
there,
it.
we're gonna travel over to Mark's neck.
I'll do the transitions. From Newark, we're going to travel to the Watkins Memorial Sectional. I was actually at the Watkins Memorial Sectional. Come on in, come on in.
Okay, you sure? Okay, thank you for inviting me to your show.
No problem. Watkins Memorial, great job putting on a sectional, first off. Number 2, they got me up into the crow's nest where they keep stats for the basketball games. It was the best seat in the house, man. I had every
All by yourself, away from everybody?
Yeah, I think
That probably was the best seat for everyone. For you to get
yeah,
that day.
maybe that was it. Boy, that was a tough. That was man. Oh man. Let's talk Watkins Memorial Sectional. Hilliard Darby walks away your champs. They not only have 6 individual champs, they walk away as a team champ. They ended up with 225 and a half
How
points.
did we miss them this year and not have them ranked?
I thought we did.
Oh, I did put it out there. No, we did. We got beat up early, remember?
Doggone right we
Everybody's
did.
like, why you got Darby up there? This guy's did nothing here before. Trust me. What do we say?
Watch the show.
Watch the show.
Doggone right, and they walk away sectional champs right here.
6 champs. That's impressive to me.
That is impressive.
That's a pretty good sectional for them to have 6 champs come out.
It was. I thought we ranked it as the toughest sectional
we did.
as far as depth
Great
wise.
job.
So, speaking of depth, walking away with second place. Well, they didn't give away trophies, but second place finish was Watkins Memorial with 206 points. They had 2 champs. So
9 district qualifiers.
total. That's correct. Lancaster walks away with 8 district qualifiers, and they had 188 points, and then by a half a point.
Half a point.
No, it was actually like 7.5. But
Okay.
Olentangy of the Lewis Center sort, they walk away with 9 DQs and they had 179.5 points. Great job, all the way involved. It was a fantastic tournament. Sean, let me think about some matches that were. You know what? I'll be honest with you. This is one last thing. We hadn't seen Hilliard Bradley all year long. I mean, they're in Kettering Fairmont. They're
They
here.
are out
the
there.
only
Yeah,
the only
they
match
are.
they seem to like. I remember. I mean, sure they had some duels, obviously because of the league, but I don't remember seeing very many results of it. First off, second off, they like the Porter Memorial is the tournament they had, and we weren't able to make that. So it was almost like I didn't hear anything about them. There was no buzz, no talk about them, no results that I saw. They're like, that was an interesting win. They really, I thought they did very well for a team that I didn't think had any, dude, they have Riley Amador and...
They got a good 6-pounder. You like the 6-pounder.
I do, I know that now. Yeah, I was introduced to him this weekend. Like, there's like 5 or 6 guys on their team. I'm like, dang, that kid's
Introduced.
tough.
Did he ask you if you had a signed 8x10 of Sean?
Well, those are your sectional roundups. So we go back to UA. We say congratulations, Olentangy Orange. Back to Marysville. Great job, Marysville. At Newark, it was Olentangy Liberty. Coach Marinelli does a great job with his boys. And Hilliard Darby rounds out the Watkins Memorial Sectional as champs. So, Sean, we have covered all the Central District sectionals. We want to give Wrestler of the Month award to...
I thought you were going to forget that.
Nope.
I thought you were going to get all caught up in the sectional district that you were totally forget
about
rest of the
how to speak.
Yes.
No. There's no way I could forget. I had 3 on my list. You had 2. We had 2 overlap. So it makes sense that we'll give them to those 2. I'm gonna give one. You're gonna give the other. I am stating right now that this shirt right here goes to Jaden Maddox of Central Crossing High School. What he did, I mean, he had to wait half a season, so we really couldn't do anything for him for December. Couldn't do anything really for January because he came about halfway through. However, once the season kicked in full for him, he was able to upend Demas, returning state champ. Then he also upended David Carr from Massillon Perry when at the Riemann Invitational.
Two-time state champ.
Two-time state champ, ranked top 5 in his...
Yeah.
In his,
ranked number 1 for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So my point is, my good sir, Jaden Maddox, this is all yours. Sean, you had the other one. Want to talk about it? I want you to talk about him. Lay it out there for him.
Thank you. I was at the Newark sectional. I don't know if most of you knew this or not. There was an absolute debacle. Debacle with a D in the 120-pound quarterfinals at the sectional. Basically what happened is, and we're not going to get into the gist of how we got to where we're at.
Thank you.
Cameron Farmer, 2 hours after being declared a winner, was declared a loser. And I just can't think of the emotional things that was going through his head. So after they told him he had lost, he had 5 minutes to get ready for the first round of consolations. So it goes from the semifinals, what he thinks, down to the first round of consolation. And he made his way back to be a state qualifier in the middle.
District, sorry.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Trigger there in the middle. To be a district qualifier in the middle toughness it took to do that, I think warrants clearly a Wrestler of the Month award. So Cameron, here you go, buddy. Congratulations for getting to the district tournament, and congratulations on winning a Wrestler of the Month shirt.
Excellent. Sean, anything else?
Camp.
We have an opportunity. And the great thing about this opportunity, guess how much it costs?
$5.
Admission is free.
How much is parking? Yeah, how much is parking?
No. This is a nationwide campaign put on by the United States Marine Corps about how to be a leader. This is a nationwide, over a 6-week period, there are 9 locations. Guess what location we're talking about here? We're talking about the Columbus one on April 29th. April 29th. So it starts on March 18th. It works its way through. On April 29th, Olentangy Liberty High School. This will be going on. It's free. You can, A, get better at wrestling. B, get better at being a leader by attending this. And it's free. Be a part of it. Write it down right now. April 29th. Be a part of it. Sean, free camp, Wrestler of the Month, sectional review.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
And now you are inside the circle.